Hi everyone, I hope you're having an awesome day. Day 4 of our Adventures by Disney Japan was called Bento Momento. Today, we would start the day with taiko drumming. Next, we would make our own traditional Japanese bento box for lunch. After lunch, we would drive to Kameoka and take a riverboat ride back to Arashiyama. And finally, that evening, we would take a bus to Osaka's famous Dotonbori District for an amazing food experience. Our venue for our morning of taiko drumming was the beautiful but lesser known Chomyoji Temple. If you've ever been to Epcot, you may have seen the Matsuriza traditional Japanese taiko drumming performance. In Japanese, Matsuriza means festival, and taiko means drums. Taiko drums have been used for centuries in Japan, in religious ceremonies and festivals, for rain and crops, even on the battlefields as soldiers prayed for elusive victory. In Japan, taiko can generally refer to any type of drum. But outside of Japan, taiko generally means Wadaiko, or Japanese drums, or taiko for short. Wadaiko drums comes in many sizes. The best known Japanese taiko drum is the nagado-daiko, the long body drum, made from a hollowed out log with both ends capped with cowhide. The largest taiko drum, so-called o-daiko, some of which are greater than 1 meter in diameter. Wadaiko are played using wooden sticks known as bachi. When hit hard with the bachi, taiko can produce sounds topping 130 decibels, a sound level that's on par with the noise produced by jet airplanes. Outside, such sounds can be heard over a distance of several kilometers. In fact, in ancient Japan, such taiko drumming was even used to signal soldiers on the battlefield. Here we are with a medium-sized drum called a chu-daiko. Next, let's listen to our taiko instructor giving us our first lesson. After working up an appetite for over an hour of vigorous drumming, it was time for our next adventure, making traditional Japanese bento boxes. Let's watch our instructor teach us how to make the first part, the rolled eggs.
Yellow, so we like to use this light one. Okay. Just half of teaspoon. One tablespoon of dashi. And then mix it well again.
How much half a tablespoon.
And this is canola oil. Canola oil. Do you use canola oil in your country?
Yes. What is in it?
This is paper.
What is this?
This is paper towel.
Oh, just paper.
Yeah.
Wow, I just can't.
Yeah, but you can get canola now. I know, but it's more expensive to do that. It's easier to use. Yeah.
Spread oil.
No, this is.
How much
And to check the temperature is good enough or not, I sometimes drop a little bit and just heat Can you hear? Yeah. And pour the half of egg mixture. Can you see?
And where do we get this pan?
Don't even think about it because you know you're not going to make it when you get home. So don't even worry.
And when the egg is not running anymore, it's time to roll.
Time to roll.
From this side.
Yeah.
Make sure you put it underneath.
Like this.
Yeah.
Gotta pay attention because you're all doing this in a minute.
Wow.
She's here to teach you.
Egg roll.
And then push it back. Then pour the left of all.
Oh, my mom made this all the time. Oh, yeah. Any bento box.
And this time, make sure to lift up the first egg and pack the second egg underneath so they stick together.
Roll it all together to big.
Exactly.
One egg.
One egg. Oh, show up. One egg first.
And just wait.
Is the temperature on very hot?
No, very low.
Low. Oh, low.
Two or
Medium low.
three.
Yeah, it just looks like it's really hot.
No.
See, I'm not looking at
Technical problem with that. I wanted to get counted. I need to reboot that stove.
Control delete.
Yeah. Control Alt Delete. So you also wait till it's not
You're
running.
not drinking enough water.
We need to be patient.
I can also tell how many times I've done that. And I don't go around and going.
This is very traditional food for us. So my mom often cooked it for me when I was a kid. So now I cook this often to my kids.
That's nice.
Yeah, for their breakfast or lunch box.
Not yet? Oh.
Oh, look at that.
And I sometimes add sesame seeds or nori seaweed or cheese or bacon inside.
Bacon. Cheese and bacon.
Oh yeah,
Cheese and bacon.
What do the kids like?
they like cheese.
Yeah.
Sometimes they like to put sugar.
Oh,
They like
Sugar.
Yeah, sugar, sweet one.
sweet egg.
I heard people in Tokyo like sweet rolled egg.
Rolled egg.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Your turn. Okay.
Next, we learn to make teriyaki chicken.
3 mirin and 1 stuffed turkey. Please put in
Go for it, Barb.
3 and 1.
I'm making teriyaki chicken, which is 3 mirin and 1 dark soy sauce. All right.
Please keep moving and turning over to caramelize.
After the chicken, we learned how to add decorative elements to our bento box.
Roll it. It's gonna be a flower. Okay. And lettuce and any fruits, vegetables, and also this is you can cut any way you like. We usually cut this way, like this, but you like cut like this or whatever you like. Cut like this, and then it's fine. Okay, let's try.
Here's my finished bento box. After lunch, we took a bus ride to Kamioka to take a boat ride down the Hozugawa River. Once on the boat, we would enjoy the 10-mile, 2-hour boat ride from Kamioka to Arashiyama. On that journey, we would experience rapids, deep water pools, and travel through ravines through the beautiful scenery until arriving in Arashiyama. The boat ride utilized traditional-style flat-bottom boats piloted by boatmen who guide the craft with oars and bamboo poles. This is the same traditional design that has been used for centuries, but today instead of wood have been updated to be made from fiberglass. The Hozugawa River was originally used to transport logs that were used to build many of Kyoto and Osaka's famous temples and castles. During the Edo period, the river was cleared of obstructions so that boats could bring grain and firewood to the growing Kyoto. Trains and trucks eventually made river transport obsolete, and operations ceased after several hundred years of use. Today, the boats are back and are popular sightseeing attractions. I asked my wife Janice what we were doing in this picture, and she said we were supposed to be rowing. Well, let's leave the rowing to the professionals. Let's take a look at our river journey, and you'll hear Tomomi giving us some interesting facts along the way.
Yeah. So, about 413 years ago, 413 years ago, and they originates the transportation of the crops. But 1606, that's when it started. So nice.
Yeah, it's a small world, I think. Pirates.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Must have been a mudslide.
あれでなんかなんだっけ土砂崩れみたいなそんな感じです。
あれね、去年ね、風に倒れた。
So the damaged trees in front of us was also damaged, blown off by the typhoon last year. That's strong.
Yeah, like this is neat. So there's a turtle down that area.
Oh yeah, another stand. Wow, no.
Good job! Whatever works.
Just my butt. Just my butt. This is the bridge for JR, Japan Railway train. Train track.
Age, I mean, but we had.
You did alright.
Now you're on the splash mountain.
Yeah, I got my foot got wet. Oh well. My butt. Oh, dry.
Okay. All right, we're going up harder with this. I went through the diagonal.
Wow, you could see the tilt in the river. I mean, you could just see it.
Yeah, just the rain.
So in the fall season, the colors, leaves change the colors.
Yeah. Okay, tell us how much we're missing. Just goes from hot to hotter. Well, there's only two temperatures, yeah. Actually, hot, hotter, more hot.
And then wet. Wet and hot. Well, we've got warm, hot, hotter. Oh my gosh, you freaking kidding me.
And this is not
Those are our
fall.
forces. No, there's another one coming. Not done yet.
You guys are like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
How about over by you? Oh yeah. It's my God. There goes my shoes. I just need to change one. People go so fast.
Yeah.
Guy in the back did a good job.
So you're with Disney, but there's a rock shaped in Snoopy. Where? We don't. Right on the left side. It's pointy.
Oh yeah, it does look like Snoopy.
That is Snoopy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
It's about we just come about 1/3 of the way.
ちょっとね、後ろと交代するんで横と。
So we're gonna trade. Push, push.
また何来るか。
And we may get a splash.
Oh, Captain Jack.
My toe is.
この次前の先導さんが今竿を刺すとこ見といてね。穴が開いてるとこ。
And then he's gonna point rock where there's a hole in the rock. Because they always use the same spot.
Oh, from pushing.
Pushing.
400年以上ずっとあえて竿を刺す。
So the same spot has been used for over 400 years. So even a rock can have a hole pushed by a stick. Bamboo.
Yeah.
Babu. Babu.
Yeah, that's tradition.
On our journey downriver, we saw food vendors sailing the river. Just before we reached Arashiyama, they let a few folks take a turn at rowing. I guess that was just in case we crashed a boat, then we wouldn't have so far to walk. After resting at the hotel, we decided to do the optional food tour of Osaka's famous Dotonbori District. The history of this area goes back to 1612 when a merchant by the name of Yasui Doton invested all of his personal wealth in an ambitious local development project. Doton's plan was to divert and expand the Yumizu River in a new waterway that would link the local canal network with the Kizugawa River. Unfortunately, Doton's project was interrupted by war and he himself was killed during the siege of Osaka in 1615. Later that same year, Doton's cousin completed his work and in his memory, the new canal was named Dotonbori, or Doton Canal. The new canal brought with it a flood of trade, and from 1626, the area began to flourish as an entertainment district too after theater companies and playhouses began to move into the area on the canal's south bank. At the same time, the north bank of the canal began to prosper with restaurants and tea houses that supplied food and drink and entertainment to theater goers after they left the theater. Today, Dotonbori's theater culture is very much in decline. However, there's still a small number of comedy clubs and theaters in the area. These days, however, Dotonbori is better known as a gastronomic wonderland crowded with restaurants, street food stalls, and bars. Osaka's obsession with food is often summed up with the expression kuidaure, which is often interpreted to mean eat till you drop. Actually, what it means is to spend so much on food until you go broke. Dotonbori is said to be the best place in Osaka to experience this kuidore style of extreme love for food. Let's take a look around Dotonbori Street, and at some point we can hear James talking about the many things we should try to eat.
What happens on adult exclusive.
There you go. Same
What is this?
Is that the one that says number 2?
I don't know, but that was the same.
They're great. We're gonna try my voice. I'm sorry you can't hear me in the back. So this is one of our favorite places for melon bread. Melon bread is so good. Something that you only really see in Japan. But here, they don't just give you the bread, they also give you ice cream if you want. You can have melon bread, vanilla ice cream, or matcha ice cream as well inside. It is so good. Melon bread is definitely something that kids love, adults love, it's all great. And the other thing on this corner is also the golden ramen noodle.
When you come to Osaka, eating takoyaki is a must. These are basically octopus balls. Here they are preparing them. We knew one of the many things we wanted to try tonight was the ramen. So our plan was to find a ramen place very close to where our meetup spot was at the end of the night. We then walked to the end of the street, scoping out whatever we wanted to eat. Then we worked our way back to the ramen place. The one tip I'd give you is that it didn't work out so well for us. James talked about this great melon bread. We passed the first place we saw and we thought there would be more places to eat melon bread. There wasn't. So if you want to try the melon bread and you find a spot to get it, go ahead and get it. And because if you don't worry too much. There'll be lots of opportunities to get melon bread on this trip. So that was it. After a great evening of tasting takoyaki, sushi, melon bread, ramen, and I'm sure I'm forgetting something else. Oh, buying tons of different flavored Kitto Kato, which is it's unique to Japan. They've got pretty much every flavor of Kit Kat you could ever conceivably think of. It was time to head back for our bus ride back to Kyoto. Again, this was another quiet ride due to a combination of me being in a food coma and a pretty adventurous day. So that was a great day 4 on our trip to Japan. So again, guys, thanks for watching. This channel is always about travel, food, photography. I will continue to post more days of our trip to Japan. We will continue to post the rest of the days. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and then hit that notification bell so you know when I post other videos on this trip. Thanks for watching.